It's great to see everyone. Got it. We're live streaming. We are live on YouTube. Let me just first say hello. Say hello to Bambi and say hello to Eddie and Scott and Lynn. Oh, here we go. A little bit of a tech thing here. There we go. And Chukwuemeka is here. Welcome. Welcome, Amber. Welcome, Catherine. Welcome, Elsie and Evelyn, and Gail's here. Hey, Gail. Jamie and Jen and Jamie. Justin's here. Welcome, Justin. Christine, Katrina, Kyra, Lynn, Madame Sarcastic Rabbit is here. Yay. Maggie, Melanie, Mildred. Missy's here. Missy, how are you? We missed you. Ophil's here. Well, I know you've been here. I've been gone. Patrick and Ray and Sarah. Scott is here. And Sopo. Hey, Sopo. Great to see you. All right. Wonderful. I wasn't able to make it to the call yesterday, but I did listen back to John's call yesterday. Really great, because he talked a lot about setting expectations. Let me first pause and begin from the beginning. First of all, welcome to any new members. It is the 26th of October. We're on our daily success calls. We meet here every day, led by John Lavinia, the fantastic, and myself. We usually kind of rotate the days, and this week I get to be with you all towards the closing of the week, which is fabulous. And these calls, we really just kind of work on the mindset of the business. So yesterday, John was talking about expectations, and I thought it was pretty interesting. He was sharing a conversation he had with one of the students. And in the evening, I hopped on a call with one of our students that decided to join our advanced program, the Launch 100 program. And we had this particular conversation that really kind of stayed with me. And once you hear it, I think you'll be able to see how it relates to exactly what Scott and Eddie were talking about, and Amber in the beginning of the call, right before we started. And so the student, she said, she was like, you know what? I just felt like I was paralyzed. I couldn't move forward. I couldn't make decisions. What she had been reading all these things on Facebook and all the others about what could happen and what might happen and all these things. And she said, just even the most basic things, to set up an account, to get things integrated, to link, she was just, and these are her words, she said, paralyzed. She just didn't want to move forward with this irrational fear of what might become of her and her business. And she said that once she started working with a coach, that dissipated. And she suddenly was able, she said, I gained mobility again. I gained my freedom. I thought, it's really, really powerful words that she was using. And I was like, you know what? How many other students are feeling the same way and even getting in their own way of really moving their business forward? Now, of course, not everyone gets invited to the Launch 100. Not everyone decides to join the Launch 100, and that's totally fine. Everyone that's here on the call is part of the low-hanging system. And the low-hanging system, in that system, Rachel gives us all of the tools to really be able to move our business forward. And of course, we have Christine says she's in that situation right now. Yay, I'm not yay for that, but yay that this resonates with you. And then hopefully at the end of this call, you can take some things and move forward with that. But you see, that's what kind of, flashed in my mind, like, wow, how many people are thinking these thoughts that are really, as she used the words, paralyzing from moving the business forward. And what can we do to reorganize that? So first we have to really look at the cause of it. And I just want to finish saying that idea before I got distracted by reading the comment, that everyone here is part of the low-hanging system. And what Rachel delivers to us and what Adam offers us on the coaching calls and what we have as support, just like Scott was saying here, that the students offer support to each other prior to the call and after the call. And even Scott was talking about scheduling appointments to help each other out. I mean, wow, right? Just reach out and ask and you shall receive, right? So understanding that, we definitely have the means to come out of that mental paralyzation or mental kind of just block of moving forward. And so let's think about that. We'll backtrack a little bit and try to understand where that might be coming from. Now, first to say, this is the fourth quarter we're in right now. So money is being, is available to all of us to be collecting. Like if you have those buy buttons out there, you can collect. So, of course, working one-on-one with a coach, we get those tips and those ideas. How do we stand out? How do we, make the right tags? And how do we get enough people into our business? Of course, but no matter what, by continuously taking action and moving forward, uploading mugs, getting integrated, doing the tasks, you will definitely have the buy buttons out there to attract those sales. And so if we think about what, and I'd asked her, this was a kind of a miniature deep conversation that we went through. Why? What is keeping you from moving, from getting things done, from integrating? And so in her idea, she said, there are ways that things need to be done. These are her words. There are ways that things need to be done. Have you ever heard that before? This is the way, or this is this is how it should be, or it should look a certain way. So if we break that down for a minute, this is the illusion of perfection. This is the illusion of how things should be in our own mind, right? Maybe Eddie, when he's doing things, he has a way that he thinks that this is going to, that this task should be done. Let's say uploading a mug or cleaning a kitchen or whatever it is that you need to get done. And in his mind, this is the way that it needs to be done. In my mind, it might look a little bit different. Now, thank heavens, we have Rachel here for anything that is related to getting the task done. She has given us the exact method of what is the best way. So we don't need to be a trailblazer. We don't need to try to figure things out on our own. We have it step by step. But what we need to understand is this illusion of perfection. Where does it come from? Where does it stem from? Some people, they kind of acknowledge themselves, okay, I'm a perfectionist. I want to do things, and they end up a certain way. Have you ever heard those phrases, like a certain way, this way, it needs to be done, that kind of thing. And interestingly enough, these things will come at you, these ideas, these illusions will come at you at different places in your life. So if you think that you've overcame, okay, my closet doesn't need to look exactly like everything folded in a certain way with color coordination, or hanging in a certain way with color coordination, and you've gotten over that, these things can come at you, this illusion. What are these things? This illusion of perfection, this perfectionism. Or even if we think about what is perfection, it is basically, this is an addiction to improving, right? We always want to do better. We always want to get it better, get it done better. And then we're kind of putting ourselves in this loop of not getting things done. Why? Because we want them to be done in a specific way, in a perfect way, in the way that we perceive that they need to get done. And so when we were, and this is a short call that we had on the phone, just I was asking her, okay, so what do you think? Where is it coming from? And she kind of named the things, and she shared with me her life, things that happened to her and what brought her to think in this way. And then her own realization of that she was getting in her own way. And now with that support, with that, it really is just self-confidence that these coaches have given her. And that, again, everyone on this call has that help available, even if you're not in the advanced program. It's just in a different setting. It's in a group setting versus a one-on-one setting. So that just changes it a little bit. But to build that self-confidence that, hey, I can get it done, and I'm going to get it done. And here I did it today. And you show yourself that you have been performing the task, that you have been taking action, and that you're not getting in your own way, and that you understand that just like relationships are never perfect, and just like, our life is never perfect, and in this idealism of perfect, what is that even? What does it look like? There are always imperfections along the way. And it's really interesting because it's like a loop on its own, because it's within the imperfections that you actually find perfection. And in different philosophies, perfection is sometimes related to, the universe, God, whatever you want to call it. And so it is that search within. This also ties back into the meditation and getting into that frequency of what is perfection, but not being bound or trapped by it. And so how, Christine said, I'm in that situation right now. So how do you get out of it? When someone is really feeling that hold, okay, fear to move forward, fear to get the task done and to build the business, how do you get out of it? And so definitely first recognizing that. So the first step that you've done here, Christine, by recognizing where you are and what is happening and that is holding you back, that is bravo. That's step number one. So you see it. So you're not, closing your eyes or closing your ears and just kind of waiting for the storm to pass. You're actually seeing it. And so then it's, okay, now can I take active measures to move myself beyond that? Can I reassure myself that, look at all the things that I've accomplished in my lifetime that got me here to this place. Wow. I'm this amazing human, and all of you have accomplished amazing things throughout your life. And can you acknowledge that and trust that with Rachel's brilliant guidance, with this low-hanging system, and even our students' guidance, Adam's guidance, that you can do this? That millions of people are making millions online every day. Why not you? Why not you? Because you have some idea of what it needs to be, what it needs to look like, or how things need to get done, or what is the exact way to complete the task. Release all of that. And just decide to get it done. I know one of our most favorite quotes are, done is better than perfect. And I love, there's a book that always stayed with me, and it's not something that you need to read. It's by a yoga instructor, Baron Baptiste, but it's called Perfectly Imperfect. And it's not just him. There are songs that use this quote, perfectly imperfect. So it doesn't even matter the reference, but just thinking about that combination of two words, perfectly imperfect. And I think that that's just so profound to understand, that it is like the imperfection is the perfection. And it's, if you create a mug that was a little wonky here or there, wow, maybe that'll catch someone's eye who likes it not to be exactly symmetrical, or, you put it in a group that it didn't belong in, and then suddenly it popped up on someone's feed and they're like, wow, that's the one I want, right? It's those little hiccups, or, your own creativity that really draws people to you. Let's take another example. We'll pull it out of our business. But for instance, if you've ever gone to art galleries and art shows, right, and you're looking at different paintings on the wall, and sometimes you look at paintings and you're like, I could have done that. I could have painted that in my house. And what's going on? Why is this sold for $13,000, right? Well, I'll tell you why. Because that person did it and you didn't. And so that person decided that his art is worthy to be on these gallery walls, and other people agreed. And now people are willing to pay a certain amount of money to buy it. I was recently at an art gallery with a bunch of my kids, and we love doing art in the house. And so just really looking at that, it's like, wow, what makes these people stand out? They did it. They took the leap of faith. They believed in themselves and they got it done, and they did it. And they didn't worry about if the edges are, exactly as it needs to be, or what does it look like. In their mind, it was perfect. And it was perfectly imperfect. So all those imperfections are what draws people in. And so I think it really lies, this whole idea of perfection lies on the word itself. Like, we tie so much up, or maybe some of you don't, some of you do. You can share with me right after this. What does this word mean, perfection, to you? And does it, get you all kind of tied up, as she used the word, paralyzed, bound, not moving forward? Or does it spark this creative spark within you where you're like, wow, I get to share my ideas with the world. I get to put my soul out there for all to see. I know I'm getting a little carried away, with the mugs, but you know what I mean? Like, it's your business. It's who you are. And of course, what we develop inside of our soul and who we stand for and who we are comes with us even beyond the business, even beyond, what we're doing here. So it definitely resonates in all factors of life. So that's why I'm offering you this view don't just look for it in one avenue and one path, check all of them and see what is getting in your own way. And really often when you allow yourself to feel imperfect, not always exactly giving the right reactions at the right time, at the right day, and, serving the right amount of food on whatever, right? I'm trying to think about different examples. You feel more alive, you feel more you feel more vulnerable, exposed, out there. And that's what we are here to experience together. And so this just coming back to what Kristen had put there in the chat, thanks, Scott. It is, someone had said it's putting one step in front of the other. Okay. And it really is, every day you do it again and you do it again, and you get more comfortable with these feelings that come up. And you look at your journey, not just on that one thing, but one task. Okay, I don't feel comfortable integrating with Gear Bubble. Oh, wow. And you're thinking all these things that keeping you from doing it. And then okay, you can get stuck, or you say, okay, 1 second. Karen Asulin, I have 5 businesses, I raised 4 children, I have 60 employees. I know it, I can do this. I can definitely do this. I'm just kind of giving you my experience, but you have the same list behind you of all the things that you have done that can boost your confidence moving forward. And you say, okay, if I need the help, if this integration doesn't work out as I do it the first time, I have people that I can turn to and ask for help. I can get this going. And think about, if you spend the time just kind of waiting, how many sales did you lose while you're waiting versus getting it up there, getting it done, having, I think Scott shared hundreds of designs up there. We definitely want thousands of designs up there and ready for people to buy. Now in the fourth quarter, when money is all around us, really we can feel it. Are you seeing all the ads on Facebook? Buy this, buy this, buy this. This is great. Christmas gifts. This is great. It's like, wow, everybody's looking for things to buy, right? The finger on the buy button that is really, really quick on the buy button. Everybody, there's savings for this time of year. People have savings for this time of year in order to get everything in order that they need for their families. So this is a very, very important time for us to be focused like razor sharp focus, getting the task done. So Christine, I ask you, how many products do you want up on your store by the end of this month? We don't have a lot of time till the end of the month. Make a decision, get it done. And it's like you congratulate yourself every step of the way. You acknowledge your efforts, and where you need the help, you go back to the videos or you reach out for our help points to make sure that you're getting it done. And you say, perfectly imperfect. I am here on this journey. I've embarked on it. I signed up. I'm here. You're on this call today. You're here. You did it. You're right here. And so from here, it's only up if we continue to move forward. It's only up. But if we take no action, if we just, hide behind the I'm not sure's and I'm not, maybes and let's see how it is, those kinds of slogans, well, then where are you going to be at the end of the month? Exactly in the same spot. I can guarantee it. Nothing will have changed. There will be no other buy buttons up there. You have to take action and create the change for you. No one else is going to do it for you unless you get the done for you stuff. No one else is going to do it for you. It has to come from you. And now it is exactly the right moment. Right now, it's exactly the right moment. I think another thing that we had talked about, that she kept waiting for the right moment, kept waiting for the right time. Now is the right time. If you didn't know, it is now. Right now is the right time to take action and to create the life that you are envisioning for yourself. So yeah, I thought that was, I'm glad that it resonated here on the call. And I thought that it was really profound how she had expressed what she was feeling and how that was keeping her from doing anything, just anything, nothing. And that just by, that light that was, that someone shined on her, suddenly it's a new person and the transformation is just huge. So hopefully we can do that on the call today for our low-hanging system members. Eddie, I see your hand is up and you want to share. I love it. Let's hear from you.
I was messing around with it and it pressed. So I said, well, I must be supposed to say something. But actually, because I was hesitating, but it's interesting. I took off from work yesterday to get on this call.
Wow.
Now, no, that's something huge. I never do that. I don't call in sick because I never get sick. And I'm just a stickler about integrity. I don't lie about getting sick so I can get off of work. I don't do any of those things. So that was a real big move for me. And I mean, I had pains in my stomach. Oh, Eddie, you actually did this. But what I'm doing is because I'm right where you're talking about. I don't like saying stuck, but I am. I hear you, Karen. You saying you're running 5 businesses, and I have 4 businesses. I'm going, wow, Eddie, you must be out of your mind. But no, one of my former mentors, coaches, said, the bigger your vision, the bigger the resistance. So I realized it, but I mean, I did share some real personal things on this call here, and but I'm learning to love myself, and that's what's happening. And as I'm learning to love myself more, the breakthroughs are coming. I I'm a life coach, and that's what I teach people. Dump your baggage, and when you get it out the way, I mean, you go on a travel and you carry all this luggage with you. I see people doing that. You can't enjoy your vacation if you got to keep up with all this luggage. And that's how life is. So as I clean all this stuff, I'm gonna dump all this baggage and forget about being perfect. Just do something like I'm listening to Scott saying. He just get up and just does it. He just start doing stuff. I say, Eddie, you remember you used that kind of person. You know, so I think about when I was in the child care business, that's what I had to do with children. No, don't be perfect. But they say we got to be, no. I said, I got to take my own advice. Because I messed up one time and put too much water in the grits. I'm a very good cook, I promise you. And I put too much water. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna give this back to you, Karen. I put too much water in the grits one time, and I put the grits on 5:30. It's got to be ready by 7 o'clock. I like grits nice and smooth. I don't know how many of you know what grits is, but anyway, what I did was, I put butter in it, seasoned it down real good, and made it taste good. It was soupy grits. Put a biscuit and sausage and eggs with it. The kids loved it. Oh, Mr. Smalls, this is delicious. They slurp it. So every day they start saying, when you gonna cook soupy grits again? And it came from a mistake with cooking. But everything is like that. So I heard you talking about going back. I had to go back and remember the days when I made a mistake and I had to turn it into something good. So that's what I'm working on now. How do I'll say, do I take on another business? Yes, you do. Because goodness gracious, you ain't getting no younger. Go ahead and do it. You from Texas. I mean, I'm going, Texas they think everything is big in Texas. I mean, I'm a Pittsburgh Steeler. I can't stand the Dallas Cowboys, but they are big. So I said, oh my gosh. So I'm happy because what John talked about yesterday was integrity. Boy, that word is heavy. That's like dropping an anvil on my foot and breaking my integrity. Oh, you got to do what you say you're going to do. No, don't do it like that. Say, yes, I'm going to do what I'm saying I'm going to do. And say it calm, because I'm going, paralyzed. I got to get past this paralysis because this is gorgeous. I love this right here, what we're doing right here, because this is my breakthrough right here. I'm so glad I did my steps to get it, because John talked great yesterday. And what you're talking about, this is right in my wheelhouse. I need this now. So I appreciate you saying this. I appreciate this call. And Scott, yeah, right on. Just get in there, just do it. And I got to do it. This man talking about 400. I said, 400 mugs? God, I feel like I've been mugged myself. I'm mugging my Scott. You quit that out. Do it. So Thank you very much, Karen. This is beautiful. And I'm going to give it back to you. But I appreciate it.
Thank you, Eddie. You know, you were talking about nature before, and when you think about it, how do we create waterfalls, right? It's from those imperfections in the rock that the water can get through and seep, and then we get those beautiful waterfalls or these amazing caverns, and it's just through those things. And so I love that you were even vulnerable enough to tell us all here, I'm feeling like I'm not I'm in this kind of place where I'm stuck and I'm not moving at the pace that I want to be moving, admiring the 400 mugs. 5 mugs a day. I want to tell you all here on this call, 5 mugs a day in a year is 1,820 or something on that number. So we're in the business to upload a lot of products. All right. So let's just get that clear. We're definitely in the business to upload a lot of products. And that's, if you stick to those 5 products a day, it could be one design, 5 products, Eddie. One design, 5 products. Get them done. Get it done. Get it done. Get it uploaded, and you'll congratulate yourself on the round back. You said, all the luggage, all the things, all the ideas of what things need to be and how my day should be, and blah blah. We don't need all that. We don't need all the disturbance. Just get it done and keep moving forward. Yeah, you're right there, and it's gonna look beautiful. We have to see that beautiful, the beauty of creation, right? To be able to see it, to clear the mist, to clear the fog. All right. A lot said. Amber, let's hear from you. Oh, you don't have to
Hi.
drop your hand there. Okay, Amber.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
So I mean, yeah, in the beginning, like I started doing all of this in August and really getting consistent every day, but a lot of that was just like you said, just being consistent, just doing the minimum to start off with and everything. And then all of a sudden you start to get momentum going, and that's how I've got, like, now I have 2,500 mugs on Amazon, and it's like, yay. And and sales are coming slow, but they're coming. And so it is what it is. And like Adam was saying, like, I believe that this system is the shortcut. We can take longer to do each of the steps. If we really try, we can really take longer. But if we follow the directions the way she has it laid out, we can. It's kind of the shortcut, in my opinion. So
100%.
Anyway.
Thank you, Amber. Thank you. And that's a beautiful example. And I love, I was kind of looking if the student is here, because it's always great to have that personal testimony. And what you're sharing is a personal testimony. We're all hearing it. We're hearing here. She has 2,500, I think you said, products uploaded on, and that is the consistency of doing it day in and day out, and just getting it done and getting it done and getting it done. And the sales come in. And Amber, I know she's super resourceful, because I've heard the things that you've shared on the calls, and you use different avenues, but really relating back to Rachel and to this amazing system that we've all already paid for. You're already here. Watch the videos, get on the calls, take the action. You got this. You got this. Just make it happen every day, every day. Consistency is key. And all of those ideas in your minds of perfection or not perfection, or what it needs to look like, get them gone. Because with 2,500 mugs, Amber, some of them probably nobody's going to look at or want or whatever, but you got 2,500 buy buttons. The option that 2,500 people will make a purchase, times that by 20 or by however much, amazing. And those are the odds that we're going for. So thank you so much for sharing that. I love a personal testimony. Galaxy, I'm just muting you one quick moment here for Scott, because we have that background noise, but you are definitely going to be right after Scott to share whatever you'd like to, and we're happy to hear from you. Scott.
Okay, Karen, you covered so much today. It's been unbelievable, but and I always have to try to come back to stay focused, because after it's my turn to say something, I'm already caught up into this moment, and I'm forgetting at the last moment what I was really wanting to say. So I'm starting to learn. Write down a little bit of what you really wanted to hit on the topic. So when you mentioned perfection, and what I've been experiencing so far with most of myself, that I think most of us, when we're in this game, we're at it, we're really trying to be perfect in what we're doing, and that we're doing it the right way. And most of us, sometimes we bump our heads a lot. We're not getting anywhere. We know that because we're measuring ourselves by how far we just got, which wasn't very far. And we don't know where we're stuck. So it's a button thing usually. But, learning and learning and learning is one thing. Going back to what Rachel's taught us 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 times is unbelievable. But the other thing that I run into is that's where I get stuck spinning my wheels too. And I did here recently, and I'm measuring myself going, well, I'm doing it right, I think, but I'm not too sure. Hey, Adam, I need to talk to you. get with Adam. Adam gives me and reassures me that I'm on the right track. I'm doing really good with the SEO and stuff. And he looks at me and goes, you need to loosen it up a little there. And I'm like, what? Well, you're being really kind of strict. And I mean, by what? Well, you're not being happy with your fonts. You're not moving stuff around. You're not, it's, good stuff you got, but it's pretty boring, kind of. So there, I had to get out of my way. That was that perfection thing. You hit on that tone with me so hard, it was unreal. So that's
Yay.
about all I have to say. And, about how this stuff goes, folks, is amazing. Every day is a step. Sometimes them bites are big.
I love it. I love it, Scott. Thank you so much for sharing that. That's another beautiful personal testimony. And you do get to work closely with Adam. And so that is, of course, a bright light, and having someone able to look at what you're doing and give you that direct feedback, and then you being open. See, that's a big one too. You being open to make the corrective change and shift it. I mean, that also, I acknowledge you for that, because that's big. You said, you need to write things down. Also, I was just remembering, with his Eddie's talk about the grits, right? So I was also thinking in my mind, the mistake, the imperfection was what everyone loved in your story. And that's just so, so beautiful. So yeah, we could all use a little notepad next to us to kind of write down things. All right, Galaxy, I don't know your name, but if you want to share with us when you unmute yourself, there we go.
Here I am. This is Deborah.
Oh, Deborah, now I see you. Look at you all done up with those glasses and hat. And
well, I'm out. If anybody there needs some family, I have a couple to send, and you can have them for a while. I'll take them back if I just get rid of family. But I'm not going to use it as an excuse, because I can understand a young lady says she's paralyzed. And what brought back the analogy to me was when I was learning how to swim at age 23. And they said, jump in. And I said, if I jump in, there's nowhere to land. It's just water. And so you have to take eventually visualization and everything else. I got to the point I could jump in, but I jumped right out. So what happened is that they said they tell you to tread, learn how to tread. I actually visualized myself successfully learning and moving my arms to tread, so that when I did finally jump in next time, I was treading water. I was going. So I can understand the thing of being paralyzed, because you just don't know, you just don't know what the outcome. And number two, you look at Rachel, you look at you, and some of the people are so successful, and we forget what you had to go through to get where you are today. And I always remind myself, these people just didn't jump in successful. They had to work at it. And so that has helped me.
Yay. I love it. Great to see you, Deborah.
Good to see you too.
That's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful advice there, and sharing your own personal experience from swimming is profound. And,
terrifying.
You have to overcome. I'm sure by that point you had a fear of water, right? Because you're all around water.
Severe.
You don't know how to swim. You're afraid. Maybe you're going to die. Maybe whatever. Right. So we can relate that kind of thing to what's happening here on our business, but you got to take that leap. You got to jump in. You got to fully commit. You've already done it. You've paid the money. You're all here already. Let's get it done. Let's start, like you said, treading water, moving a little bit forward. And then with that consistency, showing up time and time again, you will see the results that you desire. So that's fabulous. Thank you, Deborah. Sopo, no camera on for us to see your beautiful face today?
Sorry, I went to bed at 2 in the morning, and
No.
I'm going to put the camera on. Who cares? Anyways, hi everyone. Good morning. I have this. Thank you, Karen. I really enjoyed that this morning. And one of the things that I was thinking about is I'm really struggling to because I've always been consistently inconsistent. And so when you talked about, imperfections and stuff, so I'm really trying to look at how to be consistent, because I will do my plan every day, and then I will get distracted, and I just am consistently inconsistent. So I'm just, I'm struggling to do that at the moment. So if you're running 5 companies, how did you go from being consistent? What was, even with your plans, how did you do that?
Yeah. So, I have a schedule, and I know what my morning is dedicated to, and I know what my afternoon is dedicated to, and I know what my evening is dedicated to. And so I've set that in place. And then I have good people around me that help. So I have a manager for one thing, and I have, a partner for another. And so it's not all on me. And some of the businesses that I have been running for over 10 years now. So they're pretty well-oiled machine already. So they kind of run almost on their own, not completely. I have to do invoicing and stuff like that and put in the orders and stuff. And so, but it was, I sit down and I prioritize, and I know what I want to do and where I'm going to spend my time in the morning and what it's dedicated to and what my afternoon is going to look like and where is my evening. And I leave myself time in between, wherever I want it for the things that I like. You asked, I think you said play. And so I have 4 kids. I definitely have a lot of playtime or family time that I dedicate usually in the evenings and on the weekends. So yeah, scheduling is the way to do it. And being consistent with yourself, keeping to the schedule, not going, oh, well, this one is an appointment with myself. Okay, well, I'll just continue watching or cleaning or writing or whatever that is. So that is how I do it. If that's helpful, that is how I do it.
Scheduling. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you.
And I have a comment here. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so for anyone who's looking for help, these calls, like I said in the beginning, they're all dedicated to the mindset. And so they're the person behind the business. We talk about different topics. Today I presented the topic of that illusion of perfection, or what does it really mean to move towards perfection, and being perfectly imperfect is really the 2 words that I like when they're connected, because I think it's just a great way of looking at things, that it's perfectly imperfect. That's how it's meant to be, and that's how we are. And that's usually also what we choose to love in others. It's those imperfections, the little giggles, or the little quirks that someone does, or those are the kind of things that we love. So anyways, that's what we dedicate these calls to. Now in the chat, the students have, or Scott already put in that he is going to join in this call afterwards. So if anyone here from the students, I won't reveal any names, but the student that just put in a personal chat to me, if you're looking for some help, they are here afterwards. So once I close down this call, you can jump back in, and the students that are helping will be here. You also have the coaching calls, Adam's coaching calls, Tuesday and Friday. And you have your Facebook group as well to reach out, emails. Really, I think the biggest thing is, if you still have your accountability rep, I know you mentioned that you haven't been here in a while, connect to your accountability rep. So even for those who are new, accountability reps know exactly how to navigate what you should be doing at what point. So definitely connect with them. They are fabulous. And we have such a great team. I mean, look, even if at this team that we have here with John, with Rachel, with Adam, I mean, how lucky are we to be part of something so amazing, so well done, with people that are just committed to everyone's success, not only their own. And it really is a blessing. And I feel like that blessing ripples, and we can all sense it and feel it. So thank you all for joining. Yes. Okay. Scott is putting it here in the chat as well. Thank you all for joining today. I look forward to seeing you here tomorrow. The fabulous John Lavinia will be here with you. Oh, thank you, Christine. I'm glad that it was helpful. So something did kind of resonate with you and give you that push forward. That was what I was hoping for. I think it's important to acknowledge, where we are and how we can move forward from there. I will be with you Thursday and Friday. Yay. Fun Friday with me. And I appreciate all of you. Have a great rest of